Alright, so once again 1.5 d15z1 engine, Honda Civic VX hatch, manual transmission. Hopefully this video will be quicker than the other one because I keep saying quick video and I keep getting 10-minute category. How to put a clutch and a flywheel. Pretty simple. You saw my rear main seal video if you didn't, go look at it. But once the rear main seal is done, all you have to do is take your flywheel. Well, obviously you want to clean it, well, it's technically it's up to you, but what I did is I cleaned everything. First I cleaned with towels, then I cleaned with a brake cleaner, then I used the air gun and blow everything off of it. Same thing with clutch. With the clutch I did use brake cleaner on the clutch, and then before I assembled everything I've used a little bit of acetone to wipe off the plate surfaces where the clutch rides on. So basically all it is you put the flex plate, flywheel, whatever, you put it on there and you take those bolts, those 6 bolts, and basically screw them in all the way to 87 foot-pounds in crisscross pattern, and just opposites, just like you do with the wheels with the lug nuts. What I did though is I noticed that the threads of the bolts had some sort of a tiny amount of what I believed was tread locker, so I put my own tread locker. But before that I've cleaned the threads. I blow off all the holes where the bolts go into, and put a tiny amount of tread locker, and I put those bolts in and I tighten them up to 87 foot-pounds. Now with the clutch is you want to use this tool. You have to get one before you start doing this, because without it you're running a risk of not centering the clutch, most likely not centering the clutch, and it's gonna do premature wear. It's just gonna mess up a lot of shit in your transmission basically. This tool is specific for Honda, so it fits. So what you do is you place the clutch part onto the flywheel. This is still off, the plate is still off, and then you just put it in like this, and then you put the plate back on, pressure plate back on it. And again, same thing with the bolts, with those 6 bolts. I clean them up, blow the holes in a flywheel for them, and I put tiny bit of a tread locker. Now the manual says 19 foot-pounds. I did 20, just to round it off, and also in crisscross fashion. This is to prevent over tightening one side and over flexing it, yeah, you put the pressure plate on, put this on, make sure that it's centered like this, and you basically just tight it up. Once it's done, you're done this part. From there on I'm going to go and put my transmission housing back on.